Roger Moore's life off camera was a fascinating mix of glamour, tragedy, and philanthropy. The suave actor, known for his debonair portrayal of James Bond, lived a life filled with ups and downs. From his early struggles as a struggling actor to his rise to international fame as the iconic spy, Moore's journey was anything but ordinary. Behind the scenes, he faced personal challenges, including failed marriages and the loss of loved ones. However, Moore's resilience and determination shone through as he found love and happiness with his fourth wife, Kiki Tholstrup. In his later years, he dedicated himself to humanitarian work, using his celebrity status to raise awareness and funds for various causes. Despite the glitz and glamour of his Hollywood career, Moore's true legacy lies in his commitment to making the world a better place. Well then, in today's video we'll focus on the man known for his iconic performances, delving into his personal life and uncovering what really haunted him behind closed doors. Particularly, we will explore the unfortunate abuse he endured in his first 3 marriages, which profoundly impacted his character and diminished his ego. We will also look at his collaborations with other Hollywood icons and his groundbreaking contributions to film and television, revealing the challenges, setbacks, and heartaches faced by Roger Moore. Join us on this journey as we delve into the life and career of one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Don't forget to show your support by liking and subscribing to our channel for more content like this, and share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments section below. Roger Moore, the iconic British actor, had a tumultuous romantic history, having been married 4 times throughout his life. However, it was not until his 4th marriage that he found stability and happiness with his wife, Christina Tholstrup. At the tender age of 18, Moore entered into his first marriage with Dawn Van Steen, an actress and ice skater, in 1946. The couple resided in Streatham with Van Steen's family, but their relationship was strained due to financial issues and her lack of faith in Moore's acting skills. Unfortunately, it is said that Moore experienced domestic violence during this tumultuous period. The experience of domestic violence had a lasting impact on Moore, shaping his views on relationships and influencing his future choices. It also fueled his determination to succeed in his career, using his passion for acting as a way to overcome the hardships he faced in his personal life. In 1952, Moore encountered the Welsh singer Dorothy Squires, who was 12 years older than him. The following year, Van Steen and Moore ended their marriage. Squires and Moore tied the knot in New York and settled in Bexley, Kent after their nuptials. They relocated to the United States in 1954 to advance their careers, but their marriage faced challenges due to their age gap and Moore's admiration for actress Dorothy Provine. Consequently, they returned to the United Kingdom in 1961, residing in Sutton Coldfield, near Birmingham. Squires experienced several miscarriages during their marriage, and Moore believed that having children might have altered the course of their relationship. Amidst their tumultuous relationship, Squires once smashed a guitar over Moore's head. Upon discovering his affair with Italian actress Luisa Mottioli, who later became Moore's 3rd wife, Squires reacted by throwing a brick through his window. She attempted to include letters from Mottioli to Moore in her autobiography, but the couple obtained injunctions against their publication in 1977. Squires then unsuccessfully sued them for loss of earnings. Her numerous legal battles led to her being declared a vexatious litigant in 1987. Moore generously covered Squires' hospital expenses during her cancer treatment in 1996, and she passed away in 1998. In 1961, during the filming of The Rape of the Sabine Women in Italy, Moore ended his relationship with Squires in favor of the Italian actress Luisa Mottioli. Squires contested their separation and took legal action against Moore for the loss of conjugal rights. Despite the court's order for Moore to return to Squires within 28 days, he refused. Squires went as far as breaking windows at a residence in France where Moore and Mottioli resided, and also unsuccessfully sued actor Kenneth More for defamation after Moore introduced Moore and Mottioli as a married couple at a charity event. Moore and Mottioli remained together until 1969, when Squires finally granted Moore a divorce after 7 years of separation. The couple got married in April 1969 at the Caxton Hall in Westminster, London, with a crowd of 600 people outside, with women screaming Moore's name. Moore and Mottioli had 3 children together: actress Deborah, born the 27th of October, 1963, and 2 sons, Jeffrey, born the 28th of July, 1966, and Christian, born the 23rd of August, 1973. Jeffrey, who is also an actor, appeared in films alongside his father and later co-founded Hush Restaurant in Mayfair, London. In 2023, he released a single under the name Jaffa Moore titled You and I, featuring vocals from the late Glee actor Naya Rivera and a host of stars in the music video. Jeffrey and his wife Lulu have 2 daughters. Christian, Moore's younger son, is a film producer and has 4 children, a daughter from his first marriage to Heidi Moore, and 2 sons and a daughter from his second marriage to Lara Sidawi. Moore and Mottioli ended their marriage in 1993 due to Moore's feelings for Swedish-born Danish socialite, Christina Kiki Tholstrup. Moore considered his prostate cancer diagnosis in 1993 as a pivotal moment that made him re-evaluate his life and marriage. Mottioli, who had been friends with Tholstrup, expressed her disappointment in a book she wrote about her relationship with Moore, feeling betrayed by Tholstrup and abandoned by Moore. Moore chose to remain quiet about his divorce from Mottioli, stating that he did not want to harm his children by getting involved in a public dispute. Initially, Moore's children refused to communicate with him after the divorce, but they eventually reconciled with their father. Mottioli only granted Moore a divorce in 2000 after a £10 million settlement was reached. Moore went on to marry Tholstrup in 2002, praising her for being organized, serene, loving, and calm, and describing their relationship as tranquil and free of arguments. Tholstrup, who had 2 children from a previous marriage, was a positive influence on her daughter Christina Knudsen. In the summer of 2016, Moore and Tholstrup faced a heartbreaking tragedy as Christina tragically lost her fight against cancer at the age of 47. The actor expressed his heartfelt tribute to Knudsen, affectionately known as Flossie, through a series of tweets following her passing, each accompanied by a poignant photograph of the beautiful Scandinavian blonde. Roger Moore was born in Stockwell, London on the 14th of October, 1927. His parents were George Alfred Moore, a policeman from Bow Street, London, and Lillian Lily Pope. His mother was of English descent, born in Calcutta, India. Moore attended various schools during his youth, including Battersea Grammar School, Launceston College in Cornwall, and Dr. Challoner's Grammar School in Buckinghamshire. After being apprenticed to an animation studio, Moore was let go due to a mistake with animation cells. His career took a turn when his father investigated a robbery at the home of film director Brian Desmond Hurst, leading to Moore being cast as an extra in the films Caesar and Cleopatra in 1945. This opportunity eventually led to Moore's enrollment at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, where he honed his acting skills alongside future Bond co-star Lois Maxwell. Following the end of World War II, Moore was conscripted for national service and commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Royal Army Service Corps. He served in the Combined Services Entertainment Section, rising to the rank of captain and overseeing entertainers for the armed forces in West Germany. Moore started his career in the film industry with uncredited roles in movies like Perfect Strangers and Caesar and Cleopatra. He also appeared in TV shows such as The Governess and Drawing Room Detective. In the 1950s, he worked as a model and featured in advertisements for knitwear and toothpaste. Moore later went to the United States where he acted in TV adaptations and movies like Julius Caesar, Black Chiffon, and The Clay of Kings. In March 1954, Roger Moore signed a 7-year contract with MGM. He had small roles in films like The Last Time I Saw Paris, Interrupted Melody, and The King's Thief. In the 1956 film Diane, he played Prince Henri. However, after the film's failure, Moore was released from his MGM contract. He then worked freelance, appearing in various TV shows like Ford Star Jubilee and Lux Video Theatre. Moore achieved his initial triumph by portraying the titular protagonist, Sir Wilfrid of Ivanhoe, in the television series Ivanhoe, which aired from 1958 to 1959. This series was a loose adaptation of Sir Walter Scott's romantic novel from 1819, set in the 12th century during the reign of Richard the Lionheart. It delved into Ivanhoe's conflict with Prince John. The majority of the filming took place in England at Elstree Studios and Buckinghamshire, although some scenes were also shot in California due to a partnership with Columbia Studios Screen Gems. The pilot episode, aimed at a younger audience, was filmed in colour, reflecting its relatively high budget for a British children's adventure series at that time. However, subsequent episodes were filmed in black and white. Notable guest stars on the show included Christopher Lee and John Schlesinger, while the main cast consisted of actors such as Robert Brown, who later portrayed M in several James Bond films, as the Squire Girth, Peter Gilmore as Waldo Ivanhoe, Andrew Keir as the villainous Prince John, and Bruce Seaton as the noble King Richard. During the filming of the 39 half-hour episodes, Moore endured broken ribs and a blow to his helmet from a battle axe while performing his own stunts. Reflecting on the experience, he later remarked, "I felt like a complete fool riding around in all that armor and that ridiculously plumed helmet. I felt like a medieval fireman." Following that, Moore dedicated several years primarily to one-time appearances in television series, including an episode titled The Avon Emeralds in Alfred Hitchcock Presents in 1959. He then proceeded to sign a new long-term contract with Warner Brothers, this time as a part of their studio. During the same year, in 1959, he took on the leading role in The Miracle, which was a Warner Brothers adaptation of the play Das Mirakel, featuring Carol Baker as a nun. Interestingly, Dirk Bogarde had declined the opportunity to play this role. Additionally, Moore had the privilege of being directed by Arthur Hiller in The Angry Young Man, an episode of the television series The Third Man, where Michael Rennie portrayed the criminal mastermind Harry Lime, a character originally played by Orson Welles in the film version. Moore starred as Silky Harris in the 1959-60 Western series The Alaskans, which lasted for a single season and consisted of 37 episodes. Despite being set in Skagway, Alaska during the Klondike Gold Rush, the show was actually filmed in Hollywood. Moore described it as his worst TV experience, as it was physically demanding and complicated by his affair with co-star Dorothy Provine. He later appeared as 14 Carat John in a two-part episode of The Roaring Twenties. Lew Grade cast Moore as Simon Templar in a new adaptation of The Saint based on Leslie Charteris novels. The TV series aired on ITV from 1962 to 1969. Its success made Moore a household name, leading to international stardom and his iconic suave style and raised eyebrow. The Saint ran from 1962 for 6 seasons and 118 episodes. Moore went on to direct 9 episodes of the later series, which moved into color in 1967. Several episodes were edited together to form 2 films, The Saint and the Fiction Makers, 1968, and Vendetta for the Saint, 1969. Moore's portrayal of Bond differed significantly from Ian Fleming's original creation and Sean Connery's interpretation. Screenwriters like George MacDonald Fraser crafted storylines that depicted Moore as a sophisticated and charming playboy, always equipped with clever gadgets or tricks. This characterization was tailored to appeal to the audiences of the 1970s. Moore's Bond was also notable for his humor and witty remarks, as he once remarked, "I bring a different personality to the role compared to my predecessors. I don't embody the ruthless killer archetype. That's why I tend to play it more for comedic effect." Roger Moore's commitment to television shows, including The Saint, kept him from being available for James Bond films for a long time. He was involved in The Saint as an actor, producer, and director, and also helped develop the series The Persuaders. Moore did a guest appearance as Bond in the comedy series Mainly Millicent in 1964. He wasn't approached to play Bond in Dr. No and didn't think he was being considered until Sean Connery announced he wouldn't play Bond anymore. Only then did Moore realize he could be a contender. He finally accepted the role in August 1972 after it became clear that Connery had stepped down. Moore had to make physical changes for the role, including cutting his hair and losing weight. He was cast as Bond in Live and Let Die in 1973. Moore also starred in the film Gold in 1974, based on a novel by Wilbur Smith, for which he received $200,000 plus a percentage of the profits. Roger Moore had mixed success with his second Bond film, The Man with a Golden Gun. He then starred in the box office disaster That Lucky Touch and the successful British film Shout at the Devil, alongside Christopher Lee and Lee Marvin. Moore reprised his role as Bond in The Spy Who Loved Me in 1977, a highly successful film at the box office. The movie also featured Barbara Bach and Richard Kiel as the menacing Jaws. Following this, he returned to South Africa for another action-packed film, The Wild Geese, 1978, which was well received in Britain and Europe but not as much in the US. The cast included Richard Burton and Richard Harris. In Escape to Athena, 1979, Moore took on the lead role in a heist adventure set in wartime Greece, alongside Telly Savalas, David Niven, and a host of American character actors. Roger Moore played a former Austrian antiquities dealer turned corrupt camp commandant, with Lew Grade providing part of the financing for the film. After expressing his desire to leave the role, Moore was enticed back to play James Bond in Octopussy, 1983, despite other actors being screen-tested. The release of Octopussy was unusual as another Bond film, Never Say Never Again, also came out in the same year. This led to media dubbing the situation as the Battle of the Bonds. Moore also had cameo appearances in Curse of the Pink Panther and starred in the thriller The Naked Face, 1984, directed by Brian Forbes. Moore's final appearance as James Bond was in A View to a Kill, 1985. He made history as the oldest actor to portray Bond, being 45 years old in Live and Let Die and 58 when he retired on the 3rd of December, 1985 after playing the iconic role for over 12 years. With 7 films under his belt, Moore holds the record for the most times playing Bond in the Eon series, although he is tied with Sean Connery when including Connery's non-Eon appearance in Never Say Never Again, 1983. In 1987, Moore hosted Happy Anniversary 007, 25 years of James Bond. After a 5-year break from acting, Moore appeared in various films and a television series called My Riviera. He also starred in the 1989 film Bed and Breakfast and had a significant role in the 1996 movie The Quest. In 1997, he played the Chief in Spice World. Moore embraced the eyebrows gag, joking that he only had 3 expressions as Bond. The satirical puppet show Spitting Image featured a sketch where Moore's puppet receives orders from Margaret Thatcher to kill Mikhail Gorbachev. Other comedy shows mocked Moore's acting, with one comedian claiming to have received a death threat from an angry fan. Roger Moore made a vocal cameo in The Saint, 1997, reminiscent of his 1960s TV show, as a radio newsreader. He also portrayed a secret agent in the Christmas special Victoria Wood with All the Trimmings, 2000, filmed exclusively in the London Eye. In another cameo, he appeared as himself signing an autograph on a UNICEF card in the German series Tatort, 2002. Moore played Seymour Goldfarb, a parody of himself and James Bond, in The Cannonball Run, 1981, driving an Aston Martin DB5. In support of UNICEF, Moore lent his voice to the character of Lumi Ucko in a 1990 film, and his daughter narrated a book dedicated to his UNICEF work. In 2009, Moore appeared in a post office ad. In 2010, he voiced a talking cat in Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore, which parodied Bond films. In 2011, he co-starred in A Princess for Christmas. In 2012, he did theatre shows and guest-hosted Have I Got News for You? In 2017, he contributed to a charity song and had a brief appearance in The Saint remake. In 2015, he was named one of GQ's best-dressed British men and read a fairy tale for a UNICEF charity app. Moore experienced a variety of health issues throughout his life, such as kidney stones, which led to hospitalization during the filming of certain movies. He also battled prostate cancer in 1993, which was successfully treated. In 2003, he collapsed on stage and had to have a pacemaker implanted due to a slow heartbeat. Additionally, he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2013. Prior to his final battle with cancer, a tumor was discovered in his liver. In 2017, while undergoing cancer treatment, he suffered a fall resulting in a serious collarbone injury. Sir Roger Moore, the iconic actor known for his portrayal of James Bond, passed away on the 23rd of May 2017 at his home in Crans-Montana, Switzerland. Surrounded by his loving family, Moore succumbed to the battle against lung and liver cancers, leaving behind a legacy that would forever be etched in the annals of cinema history. As news of his passing spread, the esteemed actors who had also donned the coveted role of 007 expressed their heartfelt condolences. Sean Connery, the original James Bond, paid tribute to Moore, acknowledging his contribution to the franchise and the indelible mark he left on the character. George Lazenby, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and the current 007, Daniel Craig, all shared their grief and admiration for Moore's talent and charm. Moore's final resting place became the serene Monaco Cemetery, a fitting tribute to a man who had graced the silver screen with his elegance and sophistication. Surrounded by the beauty of Monaco, a place he had called home for many years, Moore found eternal peace. The loss of Sir Roger Moore was felt deeply by fans around the world, who mourned the passing of a true legend. His portrayal of James Bond, with his suave demeanor and quick wit, had captivated audiences for over a decade. Beyond his iconic role, Moore was also known for his philanthropic work as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, dedicating his time and resources to helping children in need. Moore's passing marked the end of an era, but his legacy would continue to inspire generations to come. His contributions to the world of cinema and his humanitarian efforts would forever be remembered, ensuring that his name would live on as one of the greatest actors to have ever graced the silver screen. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.